Hello, welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on two hops, combining them into one layout. Both of these hops are run by MK and Janet from Some Assemblage Required and Galaxy Girl Creations. The first hop is Woodgrain and Winter, and I've got that covered with this beautiful rainbow wood grain from Paper Rose. And I've got some photos of my Christmas decor from 2016. I also am going to be doing Mixed Media Mayhem, and we've got this beautiful layout up here to use as inspiration. I have a stencil, some texture paste, and a bunch of other product here. I've got a mixture of Vicky Bouton Hip Kit, crepe paper, papers, and some freckled fawn, and some Bella Boulevard paper stuff. Not real sure what all I'm going to be using here, and I do still need to find something for my title. So I am going to go ahead and pause. I'm going to get started with my mixed media. I'll be right back. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim down this ledger paper, and the reason that I am trimming it down is because I know that I wanted to make kind of a large photo mat in the center of my layout with my mixed media surrounding that photo mat. So I've trimmed it down to 9 by 9, and I'm gonna put the glue on the back of it. I'm gonna lightly tack it, and the reason I'm doing this is I'm gonna try to eyeball my mixed media with this. I'm not going to put the mixed media on there with that paper on. I'm just kind of giving myself an idea of where it's going to end up. So as I look at this piece of wood grain pattern paper, I know where to spread the texture paste so that I won't be covering up the vast majority of it with my center photo mat. Now I am going to put this texture paste on all four sides, and I really love this solar paste because it's kind of shiny and not quite glittery, but like it's holographic, and I love to look at it in the light. Unfortunately, that doesn't convey as easily on camera as it does in person, but if you own this texture paste, you already kind of know what I'm talking about, that it looks really good on dark paper because it allows it to do that shining and stuff that you expect it to do. And so I'm going to go ahead and close up the bottle real quick. I put press and seal over the top between the lid and the jar just to help seal it up a little bit better. So I have set aside my background to allow it to dry, and I'm going to cut a 3-inch strip of this pattern paper here. I'm going to cut it 3 by 9, and I'm going to use that on part of that larger photo mat. And what I'm planning on doing here is I'm going to go ahead and build the layers on this photo mat that I am planning on using while my background piece dries. So I took that leftover star piece and I cut it in half, took the branding strip off. Now I'm going to cut 2 photo mats with this pink piece of paper. I used this for a previous layout. I might use the little piece that I just cut off and flipped over to the red side, but I think in the end it ends up not getting used at all. But I am laying over to the side in case I want to use it. And again, I have already got glue on the back of my large photo mat, so I'm being careful not to tack it down to my mat entirely, but it is helping me to build up my layers while I wait for that background to dry. And it takes that solar paste about an hour to dry so that you can handle it, and of course it's better for it to cure overnight. It's not too much trouble. So there are my 2 photos matted, and I'm gonna kind of decide whether or not I want to use those red pieces. I don't end up using them at all, but I am going to play with them here a little bit. I kind of wanted to put some of that red color on it. I even considered meeting them up, maybe making them one larger piece. I just don't like the way it looks. So I'm going to pull those back out, set those aside, and go ahead and glue this portion of the layout together. And that way when my background is done, I can just lay it down in the middle there. See, I'm playing with those red pieces again before setting them aside, and I'm good to go. So I've got that large photo mat is all glued down. My photos are glued down as well. They're matted. And now I'm going to go ahead and get my title on here. So I decided to use this set of thicker phrases for my title. It has a title that says warm and cozy, and I decided on that title because these are photos of my fireplace and mantle that I had decorated for Christmas in 2016. Very happy that I was able to use up that title. I think this is the second set of these thickers that I have gotten in a kit or random purchases, and so it's always nice to be able to find different phrases. I knew that I wanted to use that fireplace ephemera piece that came from Hip Kit, as did most of the ephemera that I'm using. In fact, maybe all of the ephemera came from Hip Kit, except for the tag. I think the tag might be Vicky Boutin. I have that tab that I just laid the phrase fa la 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 on top of. I will trim that phrase down so that it fits on the tab better. I've also got some of these little stockings from Hip Kit, and I'm gonna go ahead and decorate those up there in that corner. I have the banner with a bow. I've decided to use the Home for the Holidays phrase sticker from that Vicky Boutin sticker sheet, and I'm pretty happy with how things are laid out right now. All right, I got this layout completely done. Off camera, I went ahead and glued everything down. I also added some gold pen stitching with this gold pen from Uniball around the layers of pattern paper. I went ahead and I added some of the snowflakes from the thicker set here, here, and here, just to kind of give you that visual triangle. I did use foam adhesive under bits and pieces, like under the fireplace, the lights, and underneath that bow. Got my journaling written down. I've got my mixed media. I'm pretty happy with the way that this turned out. I want to thank you so much for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe. There are playlists in my description box below for Woodgrain and Winter, as well as I believe Mixed Media Mayhem also has a playlist. If not, I will try to see if I can't link up with the ladies who are participating and get a list. So I hope that you guys have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend. We're really close to Christmas, guys. I hope that you are excited. See you next time. Bye.